I would give for a pair of 23s. Or some all-white nights. Tiptoeing in my Jordans, moonwalking in mics. Chasing a dream that always put up a fight in the city. Detroit. In the city. Detroit.
Welcome back to the RVY podcast. I'm here with my guests, Pacman, JordanL, and Darius, Bennett, all from the city, man. Motor City, for y'all that don't know, that's Detroit. These are some of the dopest artists, again, who come out of the city, who come out to Los Angeles, come out to pursue it and actually going hard at it. And I see it and I respect it. So,
thank you.
Yeah, definitely, man. Y'all are doing y'all things. I see you performing. I've seen you, all of you, at multiple shows. I've met you at different shows and likely recruited you for mine. So, man, let's get into it, man. Like, we all from the city. We all from Detroit. Mm-hmm. That's the crib. We're here now. This is home now, but that will always be home. So with Detroit, man, like, we all been here for a good minute. I've been here for about 6-7 years. How about y'all? How long y'all been here?
I've been here a little over 3 years.
A little over 3?
Yeah.
What about you?
I want to say 2, but it might be 3. But I'm thinking it's 2.
2 might be 3. Nah, I think it's 3. Yeah, I've known you long enough, bro.
I'm coming up on my second year this year.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
This is some ridiculous shit, bro. Like, I feel like, because I feel like I've been seeing y'all faces too long, but y'all been obviously just doing that much work. That's what that is.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, man. All right, cool. So with that said, man, like, that's a lot of stuff about our city that people don't know.
Right.
So in order to prepare for this, I was asking questions. Like, I asked a bunch of my friends on Facebook, because all of my friends from Detroit are on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, so what is the best thing about living in Detroit or being from Detroit? And I got a list of things, man. I want y'all to try and maybe say some of those things. How about y'all answer? What's the best thing? Belle Isle is the best?
That's one of the best. We have an island.
Yeah.
Best thing in the summer? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that is dope as fuck, especially in the summer with the cookouts and stuff. Mm-hmm. The giant slide. They used to have a zoo. Is the zoo back by chance? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I mean,
on the
not
island?
right now.
Yeah, on the island.
No,
definitely not right now.
no animals on that island.
Yeah, what about you?
I think it's the people. It's the authentic realness of the people, honestly. That's how I feel like this. You just really get authentic people in Detroit.
That's what I miss.
Yeah.
If they don't like you, they say that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it ain't just say, hey, what you got going on? Like, nah, it's if we don't like you, we just ain't messing with you.
Right.
And I respect that,
Yeah.
This bubble out here a little different, but, but it's cool. It's cool, man. So here's a list of a few things that I got from the people when I was asking.
Okay.
They said, best thing about Detroit, Coney Island.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love Coney to death. All right? But when you're talking Coney, it's got to be like specifics.
Coney's.
Yeah.
Coney. Not even so much specific Coney's. Like, so I'm vegetarian now.
Yeah.
But before I transitioned, it was corned beef on Texas toast, Swiss and American cheese, extra Swiss, extra American, chili and cheese on the fries.
Wow.
All right. That's very specific.
Yeah.
That's like
Look,
a personal.
Chili cheese, right? That's
personal
good stuff,
joint.
though.
But look, man.
That's chili.
Anybody that I ever put on that, like, oh yeah, what's that? Try it. That's it, man. It's in their top 5 at Coney, bro. And Coney offer a lot of food.
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
You know
They
what
do.
I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, I would say the chili cheese fries have always been personal favorite. French, man,
chili cheese fries.
I was going to keep going down this
Simple.
list of stuff, but the truth is,
all right, I don't mean to cut you off, but this right here is gonna dictate whether or not you could come to my wedding.
oh, shit. Here we
Sliced or squeeze?
go. Oh, shit.
I think squeeze is better. Squeeze is better.
It was always squeeze for me.
Okay,
But,
all
like, I don't understand the slice when, like, I don't do that.
I don't know why they do it. Like, why would you even ask for a slice of cheese when they could just get you right?
Yeah, to be honest, man, like, I've never had one with sliced cheese, so, like, I don't know.
But see, that's why you got to be specific ones, because if you go past Detroit and they got them other Coney Islands, then therefore
And they
it's
gonna
just
put 2 slices of cheese on that mother.
it's just different.
Yeah, so I think the thing about that is, like, have you ever been to a Coney and they had watery ass cheese? Like, the shit was just so, like, the squeeze. It's like they added water to the squeezed cheese.
They tried to stretch it.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. That's the problem. So that's one of those things, man. I think my favorite thing was like French toast and shit. But like for anybody who's outside the city, the good thing about Coney Island is that you can eat there anytime. It's 24 hours.
24 hours.
They got all types of meals, and that shit is usually all good if you go to the right ones.
Yeah.
So what about y'all? Like food wise, what's the best food in Detroit? If you
Cutter's got some great food.
Cutters.
Sweetwater. I love Sweetwater.
Fries and their wings.
They say.
Definitely they say.
Yeah, they say
you
yeah.
gotta go to they say. Get their wings. Get their everything.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, so I like the chicken shawarma from like Bucharest.
Bucharest good.
That
Grill.
shit's amazing, bro. I think that's
Wait, Bucharest, that's a joint you can't go in with your girl, right?
no, it ain't.
Oh, that
no,
one.
you can go.
I mean, you can
can
go.
go
You
there.
just gotta wear
You-
sunglasses.
Right, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the waist staff is,
You gotta wear
The
sunglasses.
Very
way that
appealing.
staff set up.
That's funny. That's some funny shit.
You thought Hooters was something. Nah.
I think that's their requirement.
Wow, that's wild. So another thing, man, on that list was talent. People said talent. Detroit breeds talent.
Some of the best talent.
Some of the best talent. Soul
No matter
talent.
what it is. Artist,
I mean,
period.
Period. Yeah, like there's a lot of dope open mics in Detroit. A lot of great artists come out of it, as you can see. Like I have you guys at this table right now because of your talent, and because you come from that city. Like y'all, I mean, I think it creates that the struggle of that city puts people in a position to be talented, to be able to, I guess, find something to get them away from what they were dealing with. And I think that talent develops from that. But with y'all, what are y'all experiences with that? Or shows, things that you would do that helped you develop your talent before you came out to LA? What was your thing?
311.
311?
I would go out there. They had WJLB would would do a open mic style joint every Wednesday. Pretty much, if it was hot, like they'd go ahead and put you in rotation. You know what I'm saying, on the radio. Friday Night Cypher, 107.5.
Yeah.
Out there, I always go there every Friday. You know what I'm saying? Spit on air, grow the fan base.
I've seen that. I've seen some of your videos too.
Hey, appreciate that,
Boy,
man.
that shit crazy.
Hey, man.
Boy, got
You
flame,
said
man.
it,
He got
not me.
flame,
You said
man.
it, not me. No, and last but not least, the Bullfrog.
Bullfrog.
Damn near any event
yeah.
going on at the Bullfrog is
Yep.
like...
You
it'll
perform
go.
there?
Yeah, I performed at the Bullfrog several times, yeah.
What about y'all? What was y'all spaces with? I feel like you kind of developed in church with all of that shit, man. Like you,
I mean,
this man,
church with all that shit. Okay.
yeah, right. No, this man. No, you multi-talented, man. Like the amount of things that you can do is just ridiculous. Like I never seen anybody do that shit, like the way that you do it, bro.
Well,
Like-
how I was raised with my dad. If you been, you haven't even been to the basement. So
No.
Yeah, you ain't been to Club NEP. So
No, I
but
didn't.
my dad has like just a world of music, drums, piano, like just records on the walls and stuff like that. So I grew up in that to what's the word I'm looking for, to help mold me into what I am. And so, but most of my spots was They Say and 90s Knowledge Cafe.
Word.
So then I started more so in 90s Knowledge Cafe, and then I started to get more permanent in They Say, as far as like a regular open mic gig. But then I just started to perform more at weddings and all that stuff, and just after high school and stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, that's solid, man. Like tell us about your instruments real quick, sir. Like when I saw you perform, I was locked in. I'm like, what is he doing? Like he made a whole beat on the spot and was singing at the same time. I'm like, how? How the fuck did you do that?
The looper.
Looper.
Yeah, I play saxophone, piano, drums, bass, mellophone, and since you play mellophone, you can kind of play trumpet. I mean, and then I've dabbled at harp and I dabbled at the flute, and that's it for now. I don't even know how to play strings. I'm working on the guitar, but I don't know how to play violin yet.
One man band, man.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
I gotta know how to play each instrument to let people know if they're in my band. I don't need you.
You're right. I
can play as myself. So I know what I'm
James
talking
Brown
about.
over here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, to be honest, that's what I see. That type of energy, that James Brown type of energy. Like you really run shit. Like when you are performing, bro. You're in your zone, and everybody loves that shit. Like every time I record, every time I booked you how many times?
Yeah,
lots of times.
Not
like,
enough.
Yo, what's up? Hey man,
So
we
some
got
more. I know we got. Yeah, I know.
But no, I respect your energy, man. Your energy towards your craft too.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Because like a lot of people think it's just like one thing. Like you just develop one thing and then that's it. I'm gonna be an expert at this. But in reality, if you want to be like, some of the greats have gone to a further extent, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I can see in y'all. You know, the amount of work that y'all putting into your craft. What were some of yours, Darius?
Originally I would go to Mandy's.
Oh, yeah.
Mandy's right there on 6 Mile and Conant.
Yeah.
And that's the jungle right there, man. If you don't have your material ready, like for them, if they don't want to hear that, they'll let you know.
Right.
They'll let you know. It's more. It's like the Apollo times 10 sometimes. You know, Apollo, they just gonna boo you.
Yeah.
But over there, they're going to get your ass off the stage. Get him out of here.
That's the realness
They
of the
want to
city.
fight you if you're terrible, and you got to come with some good stuff. Baker's on Keyboard Lounge.
Baker's,
Rest in peace, my brother Kool-Aid. He used to host that joint.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Every Monday. Yeah, every Monday it was live. Now, Baker's was not as raw as Mandy's. You know, I mean, they both were like black establishments. You know, but like you got a different type of black folks at different spots. Mandy's is just straight raw gutter. Like I'm scared to go into this gas station at this time of night. Type of folks in there, and then like Baker's was a little more sophisticated. Like people, you can take your chick there. You know, get some good food. Baker's actually got some good food too. You know, it's a good place to eat some food. It's a jazz club. I'm pretty sure you probably played there before. You probably spit a couple bars there. If not, you.
It's off of 8 Mile in Wyoming.
8 Mile in Wyoming.
I believe I've seen him before.
Yeah, historic. One of the oldest jazz clubs there, and those were two main spots that I would go. I would also go to They Say to work out some material.
That's what's up.
And then a few other small spots people would just throw different shows at.
Aren't you a part of some a comedy group?
Motown Lab Kings. Yep, Motown Lab Kings is 4 of us. It's myself, it's Josh Adams, Ron Taylor, and Jeff Horst.
That's what's up. Man.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, that's dope. Bro.
They are really funny.
Thank you, brother.
They-
Appreciate that.
they're really
I
funny.
gotta see them when we go back to the city. Why don't you
Yeah,
get them to
usually
come
what
out?
we do is when we all get together and we come back, we go back to the city, we'll throw a show, and the turnouts are usually pretty good.
Solid.
Yeah,
Hey.
9 times out of 10 they're packed out.
You ever been able to?
hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
indeed.
that.
Have you been able to get them out here?
You know what? Everybody was out here at one particular time, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So pandemic hit, and then things started to change. So like I'm out here. He's been out here the longest, and then I came out here. Then Jeffrey Horst, he came out here.
Yeah.
And then Josh, he actually came out here last year.
Yeah.
So he was gonna move in. He even had a going away party and all that stuff back in the D.
Yeah.
And he came out here like right before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and he went back to the crib to take care of some business, and he's been back, which makes sense for him,
Yeah,
because he got little ones, a family, and all that.
Yeah.
So, we still grinding it out, you know.
I feel
We
that.
still grinding it out.
That's interesting too, because like it seemed like it was the same way for you've heard of Comedy Grind, right? Like
Yeah.
Steve and his people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think 3 of them were out here, and then the 4th one, Will Wright, is still over in Jersey because he also has like kids. So,
Yeah.
it happens like that sometimes. But I was like, all right, so maybe one person just keep building in the city, and y'all out here in LA just make the shit work. You know,
Yeah.
like get out and kind of build for y'all group. But that's solid, man. I love what y'all doing. So that's the talent in the city. Another thing that people mentioned was it just being, of course, the people. Of course, somebody said like the fact that it's home, it's always gonna be home. That's true. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But 4 seasons. How do y'all feel about that one?
I personally love the seasons because it helped me appreciate the summertime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because it gets so bitter cold. It's like, all right, there's no other place. It's a song. It's so cold in the D.
Yeah.
It's figuratively speaking, like, you know, all types of ways. It's like it's cold. The people cold. The weather cold.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when it's hot, it's hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that video on to the end of this podcast, by the way.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Do that. Yeah, so like I appreciate it. I mean, like my favorite season, like as a kid, was summertime. I think because there was no school.
Yeah.
But as I got older, it was fall.
Yeah, fall.
You know what I mean?
Fall is
It's like it
good.
wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold.
Right.
You know, you can be fashionably fresh if you want
Facts.
to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the colors are just like vibrant and make me feel good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
my two favorite are fall and spring, man. That's it. Like fall, spring, summer too, but I hate the humidity in the summer. So I'm like, I'll be sticking with those. But while we're talking about that, I was wondering, do y'all think that people in LA maybe take that for granted?
spoiled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are.
Definitely.
I seen somebody in a fur coat yesterday.
Man, what?
Yeah, in the fur coat. Yeah, I had on a hoodie and I was kind of chilly. I'm like, yo, you look like a clown.
So fur like Al Wu type fur?
Fur like a Sherlin.
You
Like I'm cold.
with the Ugg boots.
With
Yeah.
the Ugg
They
boots?
be out here with it.
No.
man.
I'm like,
50
bro, you
degrees.
got to be
See, that's-
homeless or something.
That's ridiculous. Because back in the city, 50 and even maybe 40 might have been hooping weather for us, man. Like
Yeah.
that's what it was. As soon as the snow melted, we was like, all right, how we gonna get out here? When we gonna get out here? Because
Right.
like we wasn't trying to wait. What was your favorite like pastime? Like for me, it was like basketball. I loved hooping whenever we could find a court or something in Detroit. What did y'all do with y'all free time growing up there?
As a kid, me, it was any type of sport. So like if the pavement was clear, we'd hoop. But if it wasn't, we playing football, especially in the snow.
True.
We playing pick 'em up, mess 'em up.
In the snow?
In the snow.
I ain't never did that.
You ain't
one.
never did
I
that?
never did that.
Oh,
one. Pick
man,
them up,
you-
mess them up
you
for sure,
tripping.
but not in the snow.
And that's the most fun.
Ah, man, I'm
That's the most fun. But like we actually played football too, though. So like not everybody did that. So
I
we
did.
played PAL. We played
Yeah.
high school football.
I played
whatever.
high school at Persian, so yeah.
And like it packed because with the snow, it's like you playing actual tackle.
Yeah.
So it's snowing, and then like the impact is less harsh. You got these big puffy first down coats on or whatever.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Okay.
It's
Got it.
cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like it's so much fun, bro. So
I'm
much
just
fun.
thinking somebody about to break a finger in that because
Nah.
it's just I know it's cold.
Look,
I
you
know.
being honest, like now that you mention it, I've never played pick 'em up, mess 'em up in the snow. Only in the summertime.
Right.
In the vacant lots.
Vacant lot, yeah, right next door.
Going hard. You know what I'm
Breaking
saying? If I
bones.
could go back, you know what I'm saying?
Did
a
y'all
few
ever
years
play
and
in
talk
the
to
street?
myself.
Yeah,
we
I
played in the street.
I played in the street.
So it'd be
yeah.
two hands touching the street, but if you hit the sidewalk,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
your
yeah.
ass.
yeah.
you get hit on the
Right.
grass.
yeah,
yeah.
that was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Next level,
It's
man.
you know it's funny because in every other city, everybody has a different name for that game. So like Chicago, I wish I knew the name for it, but everybody, Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati, everybody has a different name for pick 'em up, mess 'em up. I'll let them comment what it is when this video comes.
I feel like pick 'em up, mess 'em up is probably the worst name you can have.
It is, but it's real. That's what it was. Like I was,
Yeah.
man, I ran into somebody head first one time and almost broke my neck.
Yes.
That shit was
That's
terrible.
When you think about it, it's some dangerous shit.
Yeah,
Playing,
we do.
playing rugby,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
For real, bro.
Other
Yeah.
people probably got nice names like no pads.
No pads.
No pads.
Here's another thing. Like people brought up, I think this might be one of the most important things about our city, the history, the history of Detroit. They also brought this up. They said that this was one of the best things about the city, and it is, because a lot of our music today comes from the influence of Motown. You know,
Yeah.
and even before Motown, what was that? Black Bottom. Anybody ever heard of Black Bottom?
I have.
Heard
Yeah.
of
So
it.
like we have entertainment in that city. Entertainment history in that city, and it's influenced a lot of what we're doing right now. Let me ask this: who's your influence from Motown?
From Motown,
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Temptations.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
Temptations.
course, the Temptations. How many times would you watch that movie in a year?
It was. I mean, the influence of just like the come up, the struggle, and also learning just like even if you make it, like that's not it. You know,
It's
you
not.
still have personalities to deal with. People still going through different things in their life that
lives.
transform when you
Yeah.
grow up. Versus like we had this dream, but now you have other responsibility to fall into your life. Like all that's encompassed in that, but while at the same time still doing music. You know.
Yes. So at the same time, okay, so like you got Temptations, we got Motown, we got that influence. When we get over to rap, who's your influences from the city?
Influence.
Anybody?
I love Royce.
Of course.
I
As
love
always,
Royce.
love. Yeah.
For sure. But I guess like my first like taste of real Detroit rap that I gravitated towards.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a slum village. Like,
Slum Village.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Like that really like that timbre, almost like a Dilla vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just sit with you.
Yeah.
And even when I can't hear it, but I feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, that started to cultivate my love for music and rap music right there. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
what's
Like,
up.
seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? You can spit a little bit. You can rap about what you see, this, is, that, and the third. But when you start, you know what I'm saying, hearing them really make music from somewhere that you from,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, this is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like, when I think of music, I always, like, rap-wise, I always think, of course, you know, I think most people say I'd probably have to mention the whole Icewood thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
so I have to mention that. That was definitely good music at the time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of drama along those lines.
Yeah.
But I think that Detroit artists, since that time, have kind of grown a little bit from the lessons of those types of beefs that we had in our city. So, like, I definitely have a lot of love for Royce and what he's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I remember listening to people like Big Herc, Tough Tone, and people like that. But Eastside Cheddar Boys, good stuff, man. But like I think rap wise, it's definitely come a long way, and it's still growing.
Yeah, for sure.
Comedy wise, who do you have? I know. What is it? The brothers. See, I always, my problem is I have a problem with remembering names. So don't.
Do you remember jokes?
Of course I do, and I know the person. It's just that
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the name at the moment.
I'm bad with names. I'm terrible with names. So if I meet somebody, I'll remember your face. But like, so there's no harm at that.
Yeah.
Someone's like I would like inspiration or like gravitate towards from the city. I was fond of Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid was one of the greats, man. He was funny, man. Just flat out hilarious.
That's what's
Great
up.
jokes off the cuff. He was funny. Okay, him and I would battle between fashion. You know, we had this thing. We'd go at each other with socks. You know, with just smooth socks.
Socks.
Yeah, I'll show up somewhere. He'd be like, "Hey, don't ever wear that again." Man. I'm like, why? He's like, just don't do that. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, you think you all right? You know, he was a good brother. Downtown Tony Brown, man. Downtown Tony Brown.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, if anybody knows comedy, they'll be like, yo, if you ever want to know comedy or we want to know who's funny, Downtown Tony Brown.
Right on. All right, so here we go. Let's jump around real quick. Whenever you say you're from Detroit, people want to know what things.
What side you from?
What side you from?
Yeah, for sure.
So what side are y'all from?
East side.
East side.
East side, ain't
East
it?
side
East
for
side,
sure.
ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm from the North End.
North End. All
Hey,
right.
okay.
Okay.
North End.
Okay.
That's dangerous too.
Oh, for
Everything
sure.
there dangerous.
I went to school in the North End. Oh, it's dangerous.
Northern, yeah.
Oh, it's dangerous. Yeah. So that's the side. What school?
Detroit Northern, and then graduated from Detroit Academy of Arts and Science, or DAS.
That's what's up. I remember when that was. I used to hear that on like commercials and stuff all the time, like radio commercials. Detroit Academy of Arts and Science. Yeah. I went to Persian East Side, 7 Mile around.
Doughboys.
Yes, sir. Doughboys all day. What about you, bro?
Castech.
I hate y'all. Y'all had this big ass dude, bro. In like 2008, his name was Will. I don't know his last name, but he was big as fuck. Like, I was on a football team. And I remember that year our football team was small as shit, and I was like a linebacker at the time because everybody else, the big people, left the year before. So when I'm playing, this big ass dude Will from Cass, bro, like I don't even understand why he there. He's NFL side, look like Ndamukong Suh, right? I just happen to be on his side, and I'm like, he come through, man. I'm trying to like get through him, and he knocked me the fuck down, bro, on my back, knocked my wind out me.
Wow.
And I hated Cass Tech for that whole
The whole school, but
the whole school, yeah, for one person. Yeah, no, because he made me look so small, bro. He made me feel small too. Like I'm like, damn. Beyond that, there was always battles from the schools. So before I go any further with that, what was yours, brother?
Man, I went to three high schools. I went to Notre Dame High School over, what was that, by Eastland?
Eastland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eastland.
Yeah, they closed that joint down.
Damn, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. I got
Rest
kicked
in
out of
peace,
there. Yeah. And then from there, I went to Loyola High School. And that was on the west side, on Finkel, Pinehurst. And then I left there and I graduated from Berkeley High School.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what's up.
Went all over.
What would you say y'all schools? Who's y'all school's rival? Because we had rivals in the city. Ours was Osborne.
I was about to say that ours would have to be Osborne. More so like on band type
word.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Sports wise, we was on 7 Mile, so like not too far from each other. Osborne, Persian.
yeah.
Yours? Did y'all have any?
Music wise,
King?
like marching band would be King, but then I
Yeah.
guess more so like Renaissance or DSA when it comes to like aptitude. Well, music side. I don't know about the academic stuff.
Got it.
Second to none, you know.
You know,
Here we go. Can you pull his mic?
when I was in Notre Dame, I think our rivals was De La Salle. Berkeley, I'm not sure who our rivals was. Maybe Shrine or some Oak Park or Royal Oak.
Oak Park.
Loyola, I don't even know who our rivals was. I know our sister school was Dominican. And then there was one time a couple of people from UOD, they came into our school and tried to fight a couple guys. And so the whole school was just like, you coming into the school trying to fight some because UOD was an all-boys school and so was Loyola. Yeah. And then it was just on the PA was like, we need everybody to come down to the first floor. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I walked down there and UOD people getting beat up, but
oh, we good.
Like, why would y'all come in the school? They thought it was nothing but some squares over there at Loyola, but it was like, nah. Loyola was like a school where it was predominantly black. I mean, the teachers were a mix, and to me, it was kind of like a school where you probably was a troubled child, and you had a lot of talent.
Okay.
You had a lot of talent and you had a lot of potential, and they had the right instructors there to get you on the right path. Mm-hmm. But you definitely was from the hood. You was from you could have easily went to any like public school and been whatever. But like we're gonna get you together because you got it, but you need more. You need more attention right now. Yeah. And that's why those guys came up to the school and got beat up because they thought they was
More of the story. More of the story.
Yeah.
But let's talk about nicknames for the city. What are a few nicknames for Detroit?
The D.
The Murder Mitten.
Murder Mitten, yeah.
The Dirty Glove.
Dirty Glove.
Right.
Yeah. Detroit, okay.
The City.
Yeah. The city.
D-Town.
313.
D-Town, right. 313. Yeah.
6 Mile or 7 Mile?
6 Mile.
7.
Cut the cameras.
Yeah. Somebody getting tripped up right here on this question. Be careful. Hey, man, it's okay. Choose one. Fuck, you can say 8. It's okay if you want to say 8.
It's so funny, man. When people get mad at me and they never been to the city, they be like, "Why don't you go back to 8 Mile?" I'm like, "Yo, nobody goes back.
Right.
Nobody goes back.
Nobody even was there. Like
they don't know. They don't know. They just don't know.
It's just a movie.
It's
just a movie.
I be explaining to people that whole thing. Yeah. They're like, 8 white people were over there. You know, that's why it's called 8 Mile. You know?
Yeah.
That's how that shit went. I mean,
it's a divider.
Yeah. City limit.
It is the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so we got through the best season. So early 2000s when everything was rocking, white tees and all that shit.
Big white tees.
Big white tees,
Yeah,
all of that
dresses.
shit. Forces or J's?
I had Forces.
I wore Forces, but I
white
wanted J's.
Yeah, I remember them sheet Forces.
The hot top joints.
Oh, them joints.
Yeah. What was it? The
nice.
Royal Blue joints?
Yeah, it was like blue and
blue,
red.
white,
yeah,
red.
Blue, white, and red.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, the little man.
Yeah, them joints was cold.
That was.
You remember them clear ones?
Oh, I hate them. That was nasty, bro. You see them bitches fogging up like.
No, y'all
hot
remember,
feet.
Y'all remember? I don't know who was the plug, who was what, but after the Forces came out, you started seeing clear J's.
Yeah,
and all of that, man. Man, it was like, no, it's not those.
No, right. No, hey, it was funny. I'm gonna go ahead and tell them myself right quick. I bought some Forces from a gas station one time.
I did too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm glad I ain't know.
Join the club.
Hey, cool. I was like, I went to that gas station because I was like, all right, that's furthest away from my school. Like, ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody gonna see me get these bitches. But I showed up and I could tell the difference, bro. Like it was so bad.
Yeah, no force.
Yeah, no force at all, bro.
No force.
You were a kid when you did it?
I was in high school. I
Air
don't want
Force
to tell nobody.
Nuns. Air Force Nuns.
Yeah.
I was an adult when I bought mine from the gas station.
Oh,
they was
shit.
$70 brown snakeskin Forces.
I think I got mine for like 30.
Snake skin.
Yeah.
They was fake.
I don't know if mine was fake or what, but they looked real.
For that price, for that price, they better have
They
it.
better
Them
be
suckers
real.
was cold. I wore them to the club. I told you I was grown. I wore them.
Yeah, don't nobody know then.
Right.
Yeah. And you in the dark at the club too. Shit. You just see Forces.
I wanted Forces and I wanted Jordans growing up. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't really afford them, so I rocked
That was
Chucks.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely had some Chucks too. A good pair of Chucks. Had some BKs too.
Had some
back at a
lugs.
certain
Had some
point.
BKs.
Had some
Yeah.
lugs.
Y'all remember when Feelers was hot at the time? Before
Yes.
then?
Oh,
you
back in
know,
the
you know,
90s?
back-
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about like
No, this,
early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
they had
when the Cameron Pink was popping.
Yeah.
At that time
Okay.
too. Like they'd almost like hit like at the same time.
Yeah.
So like the black and pink. I had the black and pink
With the little
feelers.
swoop.
The
Yeah.
black jeans with a big old pink tall tee, bro. I just knew I was the man.
I couldn't
Right.
get with those
Did
tall
you
tees.
lean and rock
like
I
that
couldn't
shit?
get with
Couldn't
those
do
tall
it.
tees. Couldn't do the tall tees. I
I
couldn't do
used to
that.
love the tall tee.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Man, I
bro.
would keep getting dingy, so I try to save the sticker, try to make it look like I had a fresh joint. I kept changing the sticker on all my shit.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
He know, man. He
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Hey, that's how it was, man. So like, one thing, man, about the city is like that. Even though people would say it's so bad, you know, you got what was it, Scary Movie 3? The guy looking like the aliens came and destroyed it. The before and after pictures. Y'all remember that one? So like it showed like this is Detroit and the city's fucked up, and then they said this is Detroit after the invasion, and it looked the same goddamn way. Yeah, like Detroit, we get such a bad rep as a city, man. And I just I know there's a lot of positive things about the city.
Facts.
What can you give them? I know we've been giving them a lot of shit right now, but
Yeah.
like, what specifically was the biggest thing that stood out to you growing up in the city? What's that positive thing about the city that you can leave with somebody who don't know shit about it, thinking about taking a trip?
I would still say Belle Isle, man. Belle
Yeah.
Isle was always positive to me. You know, it wasn't really too much craziness going on the island for real. For me,
Nah, it
I mean,
wasn't.
the strip was nice. It could
Yeah.
get a little wild at time, but
But that
wasn't
was
nothing
always
as wild as Chandler Park. So
true.
you know, the
Man.
giant slide, man, and they should have kept it yellow. You know, they should have kept the
Yeah.
giant slide
Yeah, they
yellow.
did change
Now
it.
it's whatever. It's a steak park now, so it's even more safe.
Yeah.
You know, you got families out there now. It was always families,
Yeah,
but now it's like way more diverse, and I guess it's
yeah,
a steak park.
I feel that. So like, what's a
my
good?
bad.
Go ahead, bro.
I would say, damn near piggybacking off what Pacman mentioned earlier. I believe he did. The people, like just like the honesty in the people. Like that's you can't find that everywhere.
True.
Like for real, and that helped us become the men we are today.
That's
Man.
true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like if we would have grew up here, Texas, Wisconsin, somewhere else, the experience wouldn't have been the same. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
it's that, and then if you're visiting Belle Isle, you know
Belle
what I'm
Isle.
saying?
Yeah.
If you're looking for the truth, just go on Woodward. Talk to a
Downtown,
few people.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Straight up and down.
Man,
True.
Yeah,
What's yours, bro?
I would say the people, honestly, but because they just condition you, like because Detroit is so raw and authentic. You want to kind of share that. That's why some of us may have moved to different places, even
Yeah.
though like there's a particular thing that I used to see more so of like Detroit. Feel like we just so much talent. It's like so saturated, and so people don't necessarily appreciate what we have. But then at the same time, if you think of it, like dang, that means that we got so much talent that we can just really get it off of a lot of places, and that's just the most amazing part, because all these people are just making just so much lemonade out of these lemons.
That's true.
Even apples.
That's true.
It's making lemonade out of apples, and so that's just the wonderful thing about people's minds, intelligence, heart, passion, and everything in Detroit. So Detroit brings all that.
True.
I've learned so much, like being in LA and then visiting different places. Like people have so much respect for us coming from the D.
Yeah.
Because I guess because of the name that we have, they're like, "Oh, you made it out." And then a lot of folks would be intimidated by us, by our authenticness. They'll take it as us being aggressive,
right?
And then we're like, "No, I'm not being aggressive. I'm just being genuine and real with you." You know,
not sugarcoating.
You're not sugarcoating, and you used to somebody being like false, and it's like they take it as offensive, like you're too aggressive. Like,
I get that a lot.
Do you?
I get that shit a lot. Bro.
I'm like, what do I have to do? It's like you smile more. I'm like, but I'm not.
I can still smile and talk to you.
I can still talk to you without a smile and not be threatening, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, what I gotta do? You know?
Right.
It's a weird thing.
That's some real shit, man. Like for me. I also think it's the people, but like the way that the city makes us and my family, bro. Like I'm like growing up and seeing all of the shit that I was that I seen growing up. You know, just the rawness of it, not being kind of what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Pander?
No. Like when you grow up. No. It's crazy because in these moments is when I forget the damn word. But no, like when you grow up and you're allowed to see all of the worst shit that's happening, and to be honest, like you're kind of forced to because it's happening right in front of you. My father and my mom split when I was like 1, so like the rawness, exposed to this shit. Thank you, sir. I got the word. Like I'm exposed to this shit at an early age. Everything, like from people, my family on both sides. One side of the family being good, but kind of having its differences, and then the other side being more like gunslinging, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the jail thing, the in and out, all of the murders and shit on TV. Like, I think seeing all of that shit was, what some people might be like, oh man, kids shouldn't see that. I'd be like, man, that shit saved my life. You know what I mean? Like, that put me in position to have a better understanding of what this world really is. As opposed to hiding me from it and sheltering me from it. You know what I mean? So, like, that's one of the best educations you'll get from Detroit growing up. Especially if you live in the city, east or west side, you'll find something. That was beautiful. My family, still love them, still got love. We all love each other and everything. We all support each other and everything, but we all got those lessons or took those lessons differently, just like most people do. And I think that's, again, one of those reasons why we're here today. That those lessons that you took made you strong, made y'all great artists, made you able to communicate your struggles a little bit better, and even turn them in, communicate them in different forms. So like your music, the passion that I see from you, bro, like Pac, your passion on that stage is ridiculous. I'm like telling you, like when I'm sitting, I'm like you don't understand. I'll be bragging about you, man. Like I brag about you. Jordan, when you came to my show the first time, I didn't expect you to turn it up like that. I still got the video. I'm gonna go back and I might cut that to the end of this. I don't know. But that shit was nice. You was live. You was like well put together, man. And I think you went to a HBCU too, right?
Yes, sir.
I think that alone.
Plug, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
That is, yeah. So like I think that's extra seasoning right there, man. But like when you came there, bro, the energy was just so live. I'm like, yeah, this is some real shit. And then Darius, when you came through, your comedy was on point. Everybody, we got great laughs out of that shit. And then you start rapping. And then you could freestyle. And I'm like, boy, like the city, I'm so proud of my city and what it produces. When I see y'all, and I already know what I'm dealing with internally, with myself, what I know I'm trying to build. But like, I get some reassurance when I look at y'all. You know what I mean? I appreciate seeing that. And I appreciate having y'all, man, like out here in my network, being able to connect with y'all. So that being said, man, let's tell us what y'all got going on. Let's go ahead and plug yourselves real quick. What are y'all doing right now? What does the world need to know?
I'm coming out with so they say I think technically an EP is less than 30 minutes, and this album is 30 minutes and 50 seconds. So I got an album coming out on the 31st. It's called Pieces of All of Me. So it's different genres and everything. So it's just an amalgamation of how I feel, my musical abilities, different. I've tried some different things in this particular album, how I used to perform and everything. So be on the lookout for Pieces of All of Me. It'll be on all your music platforms, even your Napsters, even your LimeWire, even your Blue Rhapsody, even your Napster, even though those kind of people that still exist, as well as the more current and modern age people.
Right.
He said Napster.
Definitely. I too have an EP dropping on the 31st. You know,
Uh-huh.
No, I'm joking. No, man. My most recent project, The Great Progression, which I dropped last year, is doing well. And if you haven't heard it, go ahead and check it out. It's available on all streaming and downloading platforms.
That's what's up.
If you have heard it, go listen to it again.
It's fire. That shit dope.
Just dropped a video. Appreciate that, brother. Just dropped a video to Legendary. Right before that, I dropped a video to the Friday Night Cypher freestyle remix with a couple of my core brothers from the Friday Night Cypher, along with DJ BJ. So shouts out to them as well. And I'm currently working on another project, man. The work don't stop.
You always working.
Yeah.
I see your Apple Music and all of that shit, man. Like all of your old stuff is hot too. Like,
Appreciate that.
Let's
man.
let
Thank
them
you.
know that too. Like the old stuff is just as good.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
solid.
still smoke. It's still there. You know.
What about you, D?
I during the pandemic, man, I just started putting out merch. I got some hoodies for sale. I'm actually rocking one right now. That's just me, just being who I am. You know, it says I got a problem. Problem is I don't have a problem with it. And then they got my name up under that joint. So it's just me just being like, yo, it is who I am for sure, man. You know. And I got some other stuff that's lined up. I can't really talk about it. You know, right now, but it's big stuff. So you got to be on the lookout for that.
Instagrams.
Yeah. Mr. Darius Bennett, my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the same. Mr. Darius Bennett with the MR, Darius Bennett.
Okay.
Got you. JordanL Music on all social media, all platforms, spelled exactly how it sounds, except for Twitter. Because this dude had JordanL Music. He wasn't even a musician. So I tried to buy it from him, and dude tried to charge me like $500. So on Twitter, it's JordanL Music 1, but everything else is JordanL Music. Check me out.
Right on. And
Mine is Pacman Music _ on Instagram, PACMANMUSIC. And then on Facebook, it's Gerald Pacman Dixon II. So, yeah, just don't look. And I forgot, that's also, when you look me up, it's Gerald with the G, Pacman Dixon II. When you look me up for the EP coming out.
right on.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all for coming out today, man.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having us,
man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a blessed day. And for everybody watching, please tap in and connect, man. Like, these are some of the dopest artists coming out of the city. So stay tuned for the next things we do. Peace.
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 What I would give for a pair of 23s.